In this video, I'm going to show you a few easy ways to control reflections on toys. One of the problems of shooting a hard, glossy plastic toy like Lego minifigures is that they are very reflective, so they're a pain to light. So here are a few simple ways to manage those reflections. One way to do that is to raise the light. If I put the LED panel on the side pointing at the minifig like this, you can see the reflection of it here on the centaur's face. Also called specular highlights, they can be very distracting, especially if they're on the focal point of the photo. To remove the specular highlight from the centaur's face, I can just raise the light a little bit. I haven't eliminated it, it's just now repositioned and minimized so it's less distracting. Another way to control reflections is to change the camera angle. Let's pretend this LED panel is a fixed light source, like when you're by a window or outdoors and you can't move your subject. This is an extreme specular highlight just for this demo, but usually you'll get a direct reflection that looks more like a thin line. An angle's got to change here, so in this case, it's the camera. This is common practice when you're out in the field with natural light. And yet another way to control reflections is to use a larger diffusion for the light source. I have a classic minifigure lit only by the roof window over my shoulder, which is large and diffused. You can see the direct reflections of the roof window on his bald head and shoulder. They're not terrible. It's a soft light source, but let's see how we can minimize just the same. This is the diffuser you've seen me use before to modify hard light into soft light. I'm just going to block the window light with it to spread the reflection better. Keep your eye on the bright spot on his bald head. Nice and diffused. So the diffusion didn't eliminate the specular highlight, but made it much softer and more attractive. Now I'm going to see how it works with the LED panel. I'm going to need some space for the diffusion here. The specular highlight is much softer. So those are just 3 simple techniques. Let's compare them. These are reflections from the overhead light and roof window. This is with the diffusion. Now a third reflection from the LED panel. And with diffusion trying to cover all 3. Here's the LED alone. And now I've raised the light. And added diffusion to the raised light. You can also change the direct reflection with hair. And diffuse that too. Specular highlights aren't always bad. Getting rid of them completely can make for a flat image. And there are more ways to control reflections than I've shown you here. Some of it even more intuitive, like moving your minifig might do the trick. I hope you enjoyed this video on controlling reflections in toy photography. Please like and subscribe for more toy photography tutorials. This is 4 Bricks Tall, and I'll see you again soon.